exploring the fascinating world of tank models. Hey there, friends. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into something really cool, the fascinating world of tank models. Whether you're a seasoned builder or just curious about the hobby, you're in for a treat. We'll be chatting about the rich history of these models, some handy building tips, and what the future might hold. So grab a snack, sit back, and let's get started. The history of tank models. Let's kick things off with a little history lesson. Tank modeling got its start way back during World War I, when these massive machines first rolled onto the battlefield. The idea of replicating these impressive vehicles took off, and soon after we saw the rise of model kits, notably in plastic, in the mid-20th century. Isn't that fascinating? Fast forward to the post-World War II era, and we saw a boom in military modeling as hobbyists sought to honor the history and intricacies of these incredible machines. Now let's talk about some iconic tank models. Ever hear of the Sherman tank? It's one of the most recognized models out there, along with the German Panther and the Soviet T-34. These models have become staples in the modeling community, and brands like Tamiya and Dragon have really set the bar high with their offerings. Speaking of community, tank modeling isn't just about the models, it's also about the people. Clubs and competitions began popping up, giving enthusiasts a chance to connect over their love for these mini marvels. With the rise of the internet, online forums and social media groups brought modelers from all over the world together, sharing tips, tricks, and showcasing the fruits of their labor. It's a pretty supportive and inspiring community. Building tips for tank models. All right, let's get to the fun part, building your own tank model. If you're just starting out, picking the right model can make a big difference. Look for options labeled as beginner-friendly. They usually have fewer pieces and clearer instructions. Also, consider the scale. A 135 scale model is a popular choice among enthusiasts. Now, let's talk tools. You don't need a ton of expensive gear to get started. A craft knife, tweezers, and some glue are your essentials. Then, when it comes to painting, a basic set of acrylic paints and a few brushes will do the trick. Don't stress about reaching perfection. It's all about having fun. Speaking of fun, let's discuss some building techniques. When assembling your model, take your time. Patience is key. It's not a race, after all. For painting, try using thin layers and build up to your desired depth. Don't forget about weathering effects to give your tank that realistic flair. Think dirt, scratches, and wear and tear. It makes a world of difference. Do a little research on the specific tank you're building. Not only will it enrich your understanding, but it can also inspire your creativity. Look for books, documentaries, or even online resources that showcase the real thing. Trust me, it's rewarding. Lastly, don't hesitate to connect with fellow modelers. Sharing your progress and receiving feedback not only helps you grow, but it also fosters friendships. Finding local clubs or online forums can really enhance your experience, so go ahead and dive into that community. Future trends in tank modeling. Now, let's peek into the future of tank modeling. With technology on the rise, things are changing. Have you heard about 3D printing? It's becoming a game changer, allowing people to create custom parts or even entire models right at home. It's pretty wild to think about how quickly things are evolving. Sustainability is also starting to take center stage. More and more modelers are becoming eco-conscious, using environmentally friendly materials and practices. We're looking at a future where fun hobbies don't come at the expense of our planet. And speaking of trends, dioramas are starting to steal the show. People are creating entire scenes that showcase their tank models in action. It's not just about the tank anymore. It's about telling a story. With inspiration from modern events, films, and more, these dioramas are visually captivating, making the models pop like never before. And let's not forget the power of community-driven innovation. Social media has opened up a whole new world for modelers. Ideas, tips, and trends spread like wildfire, keeping the hobby fresh and exciting. So there you have it. Today we traveled through the fascinating history of tank models, picked up some handy building tips, and peeked into future trends. Whether you're building as a hobby or just admire the craftsmanship, there's so much to explore. I encourage you to check it out for yourself. Dive in and see what you can create. And we'd love to hear from you. What's your favorite tank model, or do you have tips to share? Drop them in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more awesome content on modeling and other hobbies. Until next time, happy building.